Yeah, let me let y'all come on up in here. Because this ain't going to be no... Right, we know he's an agent. You know what I mean? But listen, let me just say this to the small group of people that have been posting in on my page, and they've been, because I posted a video that the brother made exposing... What's up, Lulu? What's up, sis? That was exposing... What's up, Damien? What's up, my brother? So that was exposing this individual, right? Now, let me just say this to you. He's not the only one in the so-called black conscious community that's doing this to so-called black people. I just don't bring all this up because I don't need to talk about them, because it's about the sun and genetics. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this person up, because people have been tagging me and been sending me videos about some of the things that he's been saying. So let me just say this to you. If you was to be a self-sufficient person, meaning that you was going to learn, you was going to self-educate yourself, you're going to re-educate yourself, right? Then everything that you hear out in the mainstream, or not even in the mainstream, it's all in these genetic books for dummies. Stop. Let me make this very clear. Stop buying shit that you don't need, right? Go on Amazon and order Biology for Dummies. So when you start ordering these books, Biology for Dummies, you might also have to read from other geneticists, biologists, neurologists. Just read different opinions, so that way you can get a better inner standing, so you can come to an overstanding of this. Now, what you would know is, let me make this very clear. Billy Carson, right? Billy Carson is the founder and CEO for 4bidden Knowledge. 4bidden Knowledge. This is what he is the founder and CEO of. So, and I wanna say this to you, right? What is the forbidden knowledge that he is coming up with that is given to you, my brothers and sisters? What is the forbidden knowledge? There was an extraterrestrial war that so-called black people blew the nose off of all black people nose. This is what he stated. That aliens came down and built the pyramids. Huh? This is what he's telling you. And you know why he's telling you that? And you know why he's able to get this as publicity is? Because he's an implant. And look at that right there. All implants have one of them. All implants have one of them. So now let me say this to you, right? How could a man that understands physics have an understanding of genetics? Because he had, if you have an understanding of physics, you have an understanding of genetics. And if you're talking about extraterrestrials and aliens, why are you not talking about the bio differences of this species versus you? Why is that? Forbidden knowledge. That's a bunch of bull hockey. And the first time somebody say that, Kala, you're hating on what? Do you think I want $1 million? Do you think I want $500,000? Do you think I do this for money? Do you think I do this for money? That's because that's where your soul is at. Nah, not mine's. That's why I stick to the core, which is genetics and the sun. That's the difference. See, genetics and the sun don't allow this to play a role at all. See, when little children see this, more importantly, when a young black male sees this right here, and then he becomes a basketball player or a football player, he think his only success, and he think that this is beauty right here. When this is not beauty, this is not even a hybrid. This is actually the mutant species itself. This is not even a hybrid. This is the mutant species itself, because you can look at the jawline structure and the pointing of the face and the epicampic eye fold, because that's a rhesus monkey right there. Yes, that's a rhesus. That's a rhesus monkey. That's a unisnub nose rhesus monkey right there. That's what that, and that's a disrespect to the monkey, because the monkey is natural. This here has different other genes in order to make this. So how could a man be speaking to so-called black people about, or other races of people, about extraterrestrials and aliens, right? And you mean to tell me that he don't have, or even came across a question on about anyone that's in the UFO community All of them talk about genetics. Just so that y'all know this, so we can be real here. Y'all, they're lying to you. I don't give a fuck how much they tell you about what crop circle was made, the sacred geometry that was put in that crop circle, the code that was put in the structure that was built. Every last one of them talks about genetics, because they say if someone came here and did such magnificent work that this is still here, then couldn't they have genetically designed us? And as soon as they say that, shh, the whole room get quiet. Shh. You know why? Because all of us ain't the same. And one group of people knows this for a fact. The other one is living in the delusion. See? So I don't have any hatred for this. Why would I have hatred for him? He's lying to the so-called black community about hidden knowledge. The hidden knowledge is the black body energy. The hidden knowledge is genetics of us. That's the true hidden knowledge. And our knowledge goes through the cosmos, aka via the sun. And he knows this. But yet he sits there and tell you about epigenetics. Let me explain something to you. I'm not saying that certain things are not passed down through our blood. That's not what I'm saying. But here's the deal. If that was the case with us, so to such an extent, then why is it so important for them to constantly keep us in a survival state of mind? If our minds don't reheal themselves and replenish, and if our minds doesn't reheal themselves the way as fast as they claim it don't, why is it so important to constantly remind us in the news of violence of black on black crime? Why is it so important to remind us through music and videos and movies and television shows that black people are always going to get murdered? They're always going to be violent towards one another, and we always die in the roughest scenes. We always die the roughest way, getting lynched, set on fire, our heads chopped off by the weakest species. Why is it so important? The education system, the sugar and the aka drugs in our community. If we were such a weak species, then why is it so important to keep us chemically imbalanced? Think about that. Think about that. So that's why I don't make excuses for us. I don't have any excuses for us. The excuses they go out the door once you understand. Once you start to understand anatomy, there's no excuses. There is no excuses for greatness. Once you start to come to an understanding of anatomy, there is no excuses. There is no excuses for greatness whatsoever. So when people say, well, he did more for the black community, did more for what black community? Hold on, let me pull this up for you so I can read this to you real fast, right? Let me pull this up to you, right? I did a little short video on this, but I'm going to do a little bit more video. I'm going to go a little deeper on this as well, right? So when you pull up your presidents of the United States, right, especially the ones that's on your money, I think his name is Ulysses Grant, the seventh president of the United States.
According to the White House.
Oh yeah, Andrew Jackson.
Seventh president of the United States.
Andrew Jackson, right? So what?
Seeking to act as the direct representative of the common man, more nearly than any.
What dollar bill is Andrew Jackson on?
20 United States dollars.
So he's on a $20 bill. Andrew Jackson is on a $20 bill. Do you know how many slaves he owned? So every last one of those presidents that we be talking about, get money, get money, get money, get money. We are all going after what our slave masters, our former slave masters of our people, induced. They created that. And we proud to get that. We proud to pay for the natural resources on this planet. I'm not a slave, my brothers and sisters, and I don't want my brothers and sisters to be a slave either. How can I be proud that I'm paying for electric gas? How can I be proud that I'm paying for water? You get a water bill every month, those that are grown, mature adults. You get a water bill every month. Do you see nature getting a water bill? Did that make any sense to you? Think about that. But we proud of that. This is how we separate ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? From each other, based upon the materialistic world, based upon the materialistic gain that we achieve in this world right here. And everything that we achieve in this world is a destruction of our species. Every bit of it. Every bit of it. And we proud. You got people on my page talking about he did did a lot for the black community. What? Let me tell you something. If you're not pushing so-called black people to learn about their own anatomy, if you're not pushing so-called black people to sit down and read and do the work for themselves, but you want to be an enabler for them, then you ain't do shit for the black community. I'm willing to tell you that. If you got more motherfucking friends and family around you, then you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. Seriously. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. So I don't want to hear none of that until you sit there and able to motivate a group of people to say, I want to read, I want to learn me, instead of me sitting there learning me from you. This is why we're in the conditions that we are in today, because we're busy looking outwardly to learn about this shit right here. And as long as you look outwardly to define who you are, you would always disease. You would die with a dis-ease. Dis-ease. You would die dis-ease. Simple as that. Point blank and simple. So I don't want to hear y'all can come on my page. You can make up whatever you want from 1619 to 1719, 274,000 women, children, and men on this entire planet was slaughtered per day. From 1619 to 1719, 100 years. Women, and don't listen, we keep talking about America. We talking about black people on all continents. Just make this very clear, on all continents. 274,000 women and children were murdered and slaughtered per day. 1.9 million a week. 1.9 million a week. In the ocean alone, it was over 400 million lives that just jumped to their death. Are you serious? Swim with the sharks. You crazy? You lost your mind. This man, he can do whatever he wants. But as far as on this time, in this time going forward, this right here don't even make any sense. And all the tags, people, your epigenetic transfer, epigenetic genes. He made sense when he said that the information is passed down through your genes and this, that, and the third. But why they got to remind you of slavery all the time? Why they got to remind you of your abuse all the time? Huh? To trigger what? Why they got to remind you that you always are a worker bee instead of a motherfucking a king or a diamond? Huh? Why they always got to have you as a worker and not the creator? In every movie, every commercial, Christmas time come along, you see the dude in you know the commercial I'm talking about. When Christmas time come along, you see the guy go outside and be like, hey honey, give her a pretty doll, have a vehicle. And then what she do? She whistle out a big truck, come out of the snow. They all happy together. And guess what the commercial show you? You a Comcast worker looking for a job. And then you turn to him and he put his hand over your shoulders and said, Comcast is always here to help you, brother. Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? Have you ever watched and peeped the commercials and the conditions that they keep us in mentally? Always a worker, bro. Always a worker. Huh? You don't even get it. You don't even get it. And this right here keeps you in that same situation. Always a worker. Because see, you got to understand and understand something. We are so infinite with knowledge. We have done so much, and melanin can do so much. When he gives you this little bit of shit, forbidden knowledge. Are you serious? They killed Zachariah Sitchin for decoding. They killed Zachariah Sitchin for decoding the Sumerian text. And the part that he decoded was that these people, these extraterrestrials, came down here and seeded a group of people here. They seeded a group of people. So you would say, well, who would be considered seeded? Then you would look into their DNA, and they knocked Zachariah Sitchin off for that. And you mean to tell me that this dude just run wild all through the YouTube, all through Instagram, all through over social media, talking this epigenetic bullshit? You done lost your French toast mind. The forbidden knowledge is the genetic makeup of the so-called black woman and her fucking SUN. That's the forbidden knowledge. You understand? That's it. That's why you can't, that's why none of them can answer the question. How did we go from haploids to this one right here? How did we go from a single cell organism to a complex cell organism? This motherfucker here got worm, fruit fly, dog, wolf, and fucking jackrabbit. This nigga right here is supposed to have sun and fucking, he's supposed to have sun, just sun. What you mean? How how does this even make sense? So listen, stop it. Stop it, people. Don't be afraid. Listen, let me make this very clear. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to question these people out here. Because I don't want no trouble with none of them. Because I can bring up a bunch of videos and be like, yo, how this and how was this and how was that. No, do your thing. But when people are tagging me with this dude and talking about what he stated, because if you listen to a lot of the shit that he stated, he says that these people actually have souls. He says that these people are actually you and I. That doesn't even make any sense. When just 1,000 of them just died trying to make it to that black box in Africa. 1,000 just dropped dead trying to get to that black box so they can prostrate. Ain't that some shit? 1,000 just dropped dead going on their Hajj. Yeah. But yet they build the pyramids. And because they know now they can't say they build the pyramids because it wasn't no sunscreen, it wasn't no umbrellas, it wasn't no long sleeve, block out the sun or radiation ass outfits. It was none of that there. None of that was going on. And y'all mean to tell me y'all had something to do with the pyramids? Man, if you don't, Billy Carson, you better stop playing. This is what I be trying to tell people. And this is another thing. All these people in here be trying to include everybody together, one bloodline. Just pay attention to that. People trying to include everybody as one bloodline because you know why? They want the dead presidents. They want the presidents that had you enslaved. They want the luxury. They want the lifestyle of what you would call the rich and famous. That's what they want. Forbidden knowledge. I guarantee you if he did one show to say, why don't black people have animal DNA and these people have animal DNA, he will instantaneously probably get a divorce. I will let you know that right now. Will instantaneously be a divorce, and he would start to lose money. He would start to lose credibility, because as long as you're pumping what I need you to pump to keep your people confused in this whole transition that's going on right now, you good to go, buddy. So handle your business. But the moment that I even hear anything remotely close that you are questioning that there are two different species amongst the human race, then no, you're done. Period. Just notice anybody that speaks about genetics and their differences, they are automatically pushed to the side. But here's the difference now. And I want everybody to know this. That try to stick their head in the sand with their feet, their ass in the air. They pulling their covers over their head to play dead so they don't talk about genetics. You understand what I'm saying to you? They lock themselves inside the bathroom and turn the fucking light off and hope nobody open the door so they don't talk about genetics. They playing hide and motherfucking seek when it comes to genetics. Well, guess what? The fucking sun is seeking you out, baby. Seeking you the fuck out. Do you feel it out there right now? It's so fucking hot, air conditioning is shutting the fuck down. That's how hot it is out there. That radiation pumped up so intense on this planet that air conditioning is shutting down. You can run and you can hide, but you gonna come the fuck out, baby. I promise you, you will. Abundance and gratitude, man. Abundance and gratitude to you all. I value, I appreciate you all. Understand and understand. If you want to speak about truth, then you have to understand that this right here, mindful, be mindful, people. The alien, look up the word alien. This word alien. Lie, and where? The north. And what I told you, the north, what happened to the north? And the north is going bye-bye. Y'all have a great day. Abundance and gratitude to you all.